Hi, folks. Happy Saturday. How are you? I hope you're all well. Beautiful day outside, but yes, a sad day. But so I just want to take a moment for those who are thinking about 9/11, and hopefully everyone who had loved ones is doing well, and thank everyone that was involved in any way in that day. Very sad. Okay, let's talk about week 4. That what I saw on the Brightspace discussion board was amazing. I'm going to try to reflect right now on what I've seen so far. So I think there are 10 discussion board responses up there, just the initial, and there are obviously peer responses right now too. And you don't need to have that first response up until tomorrow, so don't panic on that one. But there were some things that I have never heard of on the discussion board, even though I am pretty versed in social emotional learning. I do teach it here at the university, undergrad anyways. There was LIFT, there was Bridge to Resilience for Youth. Someone actually here in the discussion board rather has a SEL district coordinator. That district is taking this very seriously. Thank you, district. There was discussion on how PBIS supports SEL, which I think it definitely does. It needs to be built in, of course. And it should be implemented with fidelity. And then there was a chart that had the agreements about the alignment of SEL. I can't wait to have you see that. There was somebody posted about a readiness unit. Thank you for the link. A role of a school adjustment officer. Talk about school leaders, of course, connections to P-Cell, Maslow, and Mike Anderson, who I hadn't heard as a speaker. So I can't wait for everybody to go onto the session board. There are 25 students in here, so there's lots to read. But this week you are in groups. I'm responding to every single one of you, even though you're in a group. So you'll be in those groups for the discussion board total of 2 weeks. And then the week after, I'm switching. You were just placed in discussion boards randomly. So you're going to be placed in the future randomly too. So I'm hoping that you'll get a variety of responses and not just getting feedback and information from the same people all the time. Okay, so the other part that's due is cover letter, and it's only a draft. And I have responded to quite a few people who have put their draft in already. And what I would like to do, I have to close a little bit of my Zoom here. I had it way too big. Cover letters and resumes are personal. Okay, everybody has a different thought about them. I have read a few, being a principal and being assistant superintendent. So, and I've read some at the higher ed level as well, and they come in all shapes and forms and sizes, as they say. So my responses to you are suggestions only. You have your own style, but there are some pieces that I have seen through my years that I'm like, oh, okay, I know there's real good content in here, but it might be very, very, very long. The purpose of a cover letter, it's almost like a letter of intent in a way. That's how I look at it when I write one myself. And I haven't in years, but I do have to do one. I do have to do a resume every year for the university. And it's part of our evaluation process. And that's why I like Course of Al's done so much. So a cover letter, intro, who you are, what job you're applying for, why does it entice you type thing. Middle, body, about you. What are your strengths? What are your experiences? What are your expertise? Third paragraph, usually closing. Sometimes is 4 paragraphs. So what I thought I would do is I would show you some samples. I'm not saying they're exemplars. I'm just saying they're samples of cover letters that have been submitted already. Okay, so I am going to screen share. And you can take these as suggestions again. Oops, get that out of there. Or not, whatever's good for you. I know, whoa, too much going on here. Okay, so I'm going to do this one first. This one here, and I'm actually going to show you resumes too. So this one here, this is what the individual wrote to Jane Doe, Human Resources. Again, it wasn't her own personal one for a personal reason she might be applying for. So she used it as a sample to whom it may concern. She's got the date, she's got the people she's, addressing, and then the critical nature of leadership. You can read this, and that's why I'm actually doing the Zoom, but the role of a building leader. So she's almost expressing how or who she is, she's reflecting a little bit. This is why I believe I'm a strong candidate for your open position of high school principal. I think it's a really good intro. She's given a little bit about herself, almost like a belief. Okay. Then we go down to, as a classroom teacher for the past 16 years, I've experienced firsthand an ever-changing nature, right? She is not specific at all. She's talking about pride. And then she's talking about coursework through the administration program. I have developed a leadership philosophy, ... And then I would like the opportunity to speak with you further regarding my qualifications. Okay. And then you're saying, some of you might be saying, where were her experiences anyways? It's not telling what she does, but it's very clever. I like this because down here attached is my resume. And of course I took it off, but there's her link to her resume. Somebody clicks on it and voila, there her experiences and everything. So she really saved a lot of space doing it this way. Not precise. You might like it or you might not. And oh my gosh, I can't believe that. Well, I can believe. You can see my desktop is pretty crowded. Erin Nutter. And I did change the names on these. Okay. So she has who she is, the date, who it's addressed to, dear Miss Jackson. Whoop, the other way around. I did change these names, just to want to let you know. So then please accept my resume. If she wanted to, she could have tucked her resume in there, but an application for the position of special ed supervisor. It's my desire to lead. See this paragraph, again, she's only saying what she wants that job. She's saying what she's applying for. A couple of people had really personal information in there. I think it's great, but it's not always the place in a cover letter. Okay. And just me, this paragraph right here, there's a lot of words. There's a lot of things. I know this person tried to keep it to one page, and I sincerely appreciate that. They actually had electric signature in here, but I took it out because it was a real person. So I would probably do with this one, I think it would be the cut would be there. I would divide it just a little bit. My journey in education has been over 20 years. During this time, I held a variety of positions. Once I began my formal teaching career. So then she talks about her venture into special education teacher. And then when given the opportunity, I became a planning and placement team chair. So she tells about her experiences again. It's my belief that a leader is important for me to create a safe environment. She talks a little bit about her beliefs. Okay. So those are two examples that just so you can see where I'm coming from when I make your comments, take the suggestions or not. Okay. Truly. I mean, they are suggestions and you do what's best for you and your style because you have your own personality. Okay, that's it. Sorry I was long, but I really felt as though I really wanted to share that with you. I'm really excited to share some resumes on our next venture into our next module. But until then, be well, take advantage of the good weather, because it seems like we're having a stretch of it, maybe 80 tomorrow. I'm heading to the beach after I grade a few papers. Be well. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. You're just absolutely fascinating. Take care of yourselves, please. 207-284-3680. Be well.